What is going on, YouTube? I'm Choctopus, and today we're going to pour some out for our homies REUNICLUS and DEOXYS. Rest in peace. I just poured water into my lap, and I'm very uncomfortable right now. Now that my crotch is wet, for the sake of the video, let's get into the patch notes because we have a lot to talk about. There's a ton of figure balances coming out, and first of all, rest in peace, DEOXYS and REUNICLUS. If you used them, I used REUNICLUS, so I can't really talk here, but you're not going to want to use them anymore. However, I've been good. I kind of weaned myself off REUNICLUS, and I started playing other decks, so I got to give myself that. I stopped playing it before they were just brutally murdered. So moving on, let's talk about the figure balances, and I'm not going to read every single detail. I'll just kind of give you the footnotes because you might want to read everything yourself. Otherwise, I'm just going to drone on for the entire video. Now, starting out with Dialga and Palkia, they're getting nice buffs. I almost said busts because buff, boost, buff. You get it. I almost said busts. They're getting nice busts. Now let's talk about DEOXYS for a second. Moving on to DEOXYS, the Time Slip or Dimension Slip or whatever, it's becoming a 3-star purple, so basically it'll beat out any other purple, and if you happen to land that Dimension Slip, Time Slip, you will end up on the bench with a 3 weight, so not a very attractive move for anyone who wants to play DEOXYS. I don't think it'll be worth it anymore. They stomped out DEOXYS and just left it to die on the streets. Now, Empoleon is getting a nice buff as well, probably in lieu of the Water Gym Cup, which is coming out, in which, let's move on to the next group of Pokemon, Rayquaza, Groudon, and Kyogre. Now, Kyogre is going to be the featured EX for the Water Gym Cup. I don't know what the secondary type is going to be. If you happen to know, let me know in the comments below, but these 3 Pokemon specifically are going to get a buff if your opponent has one of the other Pokemon. So if you have a Groudon and your opponent has a Rayquaza, you're going to get the Primal ability, Primal Rage ability, which gives you a +1 move point, and it gives you +20 damage. So moving on to that, that's pretty cool. So, you know, it'll kind of even out the playing field if you have them. Shiftry is getting a buff as well. It's just mainly damage going up. REUNICLUS is getting killed. Basically, you can only respin for the REUNICLUSes you have on the field, which is great because now you're forced to kind of put all of them back out. So if they get knocked out, you don't get that respin, and the game isn't going to go on forever. So I'm a little sad to say it, but goodbye, Booger Army. You know, you will be missed, but it's for the best. Some balances coming to some uncommons. You have Psyduck, you have Kabuto, you have Nuzleaf. We're also getting some slight buffs, I guess, getting ready for the Water Gym Cup that Psyduck. I'm kind of hoping we'll get Golduck as one of the featured rares in the next banner because I love Golduck. Golduck is one of my favorite Pokemon. I don't know why, just Golduck is pretty badass. Now here's an interesting one, and one that I think can just be completely OP if it's used correctly. Flame Energy is triggering a weight effect. So if you burn one of your opponents, it inflicts a weight 3 on the opponent's figure that is burned. Now picture this. You have a bunch of Pokemon lined up, your Moltres just hit Flame Charge, and you can burn an entire line of Pokemon, putting them all in weight 3. If they're all stacked, you could potentially win via a weight win, or they could get a weight loss. It actually says it right here in the patch notes. We foresee rare Flame Energy being utilized as a trump card in fire decks. So if you're running a fire deck, it looks like Flame Energy is going to be a staple, and you're going to want to have it, especially if you're running Moltres. I see the two going hand in hand just very nicely. If you have a Moltres and you have a Flame Energy, you can do a lot of damage, and you could potentially that could be a game winner, a game-winning combo right there. Now moving on just to talk about a couple of the figures that are going away for a little while, and they're not going to be back for who knows how long. So unavailable, moving on from the next update, you will not be able in recommended boosters to be able to pull a Genesect, Articuno, Greninja, Venusaur, or Chestnut. So it looks like I'll probably not going to be getting my Chestnut for a while. I haven't gotten one yet. I feel like, people have pulled 4 or 5 of them. Like, they're basically a common for some people, and I've yet to get a Chestnut. However, I do have the rest of those Pokemon, so I'm very grateful for that. For the rares, Salamence is gone, Liepard, Ghastly, and Flygon. Good. I'm sick of seeing Flygons. I'm sick of seeing Ghastlys and, you know, some of these other Pokemon. And not too many uncommons are going away. You have Noctowl, Arbok, Golbat, Tentacool, which I have thousands of, and Haunter. While it's my favorite Pokemon, I don't want to see any more Haunters for a while, and Tropius. Now, I'm excited to see what this balance brings. I'm hoping that a lot of the people who have stopped playing Duel, primarily because, you know, it's been a REUNICLUS DEOXYS game for the past month or so, maybe even a little longer than that. I'm hoping to see players return to the game, because this will add definitely more diversity to the lineup. There's going to be more decks and more figures that are viable. Like Groudon and Rayquaza have just become more viable, and you know, I'm hoping Kyogre will add to the mix as well, you know, being that we're most likely getting that as the next milestone reward for the Water Gym Cup. But let me know in the comments below, you know, what are you most excited about? And before everyone starts spamming about DEOXYS and REUNICLUS, aside from that, what are you most excited about, or which figures are you most excited to start using after this maintenance finishes up sometime tomorrow, or when this video posts, it'll already be up. So let me know in the comments below, what are you most excited for? Also, if you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button for more Pokemon Duel gameplay and challenges and box openings, and we'll cover the patch notes, we'll do all that stuff, but make sure you hit the sub button so you don't miss any. And also check me out on social media and in my Discord channel in the description below. We have an upcoming tournament on May 6th. I'm out of breath here. We're going to be giving something away. I don't know what it is yet. It might be gems for iPhone or Android users. I don't know yet. I might want to try giving something cool away. I got to see what I get my hands on. But, you know, feel free to join my Discord channel anyway. It's free. You know, we have a great community. Come hang out, and we'll see you there. We'll see you in the next video. Don't miss it. Peace.